I saw this video yesterday on my YouTube, and I thought it might be interesting to watch. It's the future MMORPGs we're still waiting for.
Should it be an MMORPG? That is the question. Our favorite genre of game, the MMO, has for years been dominated by the same franchises, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
It has.
World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, the list goes on. Now, these powerhouses have had their own MMOs for years. They've had their day, and yet there are still so many other franchises out there that we have never seen a proper online game for.
Why? What if they made a My Little Pony MMO and it was actually lit? Like it was like not even a bad game. That's what I would be so worried about. You know what I mean? Like it's like My Little Pony, but like you play the game and it becomes like a meme. It's kind of like, you know, in a way like Final Fantasy, right? It's like, oh, cat girls, and you're playing the game. And what if it's My Little Pony? It's like, oh yeah, clopping, then you're clopping. I don't know.
But you know what? That changes right now.
Okay.
Because with this video, we're going to talk about games or franchises that we know and love that should have gotten their own MMORPG years ago. This video is going to inspire a developer somewhere to make an MMO for us fans of these franchises. Are you ready? I hope you are, friends.
All right. Let's
First, gotta thank today's sponsor.
Okay, who is it?
Roll it. Are you somebody who loves immersive storytelling, tournaments, ever-changing dungeons, cooking, collecting companions, or even sculpting?
This doesn't seem that
well,
bad.
Look no further, my friends, than Moonlight Sculptor.
This
the
isn't
only online mobile MMORPG that allows you to...
I do have to... Okay, let's go ahead and just keep going.
You are Michelangelo, as well as an adorable little fella who brings ruin and torment upon all the foes of the lands.
Yes.
Based off of the famous Korean novel, The Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, this game has been blowing up in popularity as of late, due in part to their amazing community, as well as their frequent updates. The most recent one having added a whole new dungeon to the game, a new raid, new clothing sets, guild hideouts, and even a new event called the Green Day.
This actually doesn't seem that bad. Like, I'm not sponsored by these guys. I have no stake in this, but this game actually doesn't look that bad. Like, because usually, like, every time that I see an ad, and it's not like a click-to-play, pay-to-win, AFK phone game, I'm happy, okay? This kind of looks cool.
Not that Green Day.
Yeah.
So if you want, check out Moonlight Sculptor today by clicking the links down in the description below. Doing so supports them, as well as my channel. So thank you, everybody. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. MMOs. Let us start this list off. For in the grim, dark future, there is only a world that doesn't have a Warhammer 40k MMO.
Yeah.
Why?
But a long time ago, I almost got one.
They tried to do one. The thing is, like, they tried to do one during Wrath. They absolutely should have done a Warhammer 40k MMO. Like, that's like the one universe that I think is completely comparable to WoW. Like, Warhammer 40k has so many different fucking elements to it. There's so many massive lore characters. And also, like, one thing that's really good about Warhammer 40k, and this is different than, like, Lord of the Rings, and it's different than, like, a lot of these other games, like Star Wars or whatever, is that there's not necessarily like the good guys and the bad guys in Warhammer 40k as much as in these other games. Like, they all have their own independent storylines, and it's not like told through like one specific narrative. Like in Lord of the Rings, for example, you have like one narrative that's being told, unless you're like, you know, reading the Silmarillion or something like that. But there's like one narrative being told. In Warhammer 40k, you've got the story of the Necrons, you have the Imperials, you have the Space Marines, you have the Chaos Space Marines, you have the Orcs, you have the Dark Eldar, you have the Eldar, and you have all these different characters inside of the different, you know, the different stories. Like, that's what's so cool about it, and that's why I think World of Warcraft worked, is because a lot of people, they identified, they're like, oh, I really like the undead campaign in Warcraft 3, or oh, I really liked the human campaign or in Warcraft 3. So they had different things that they could attach themselves to. And what was so good about World of Warcraft is the fact that you had those different narratives that came together to tell a bigger story. And I think 100% Warhammer can do that. Warhammer is one of the few franchises that's positioned in a way to create a multifaceted storyline that all comes together, but can still have different things that people can interact with and different things that people can identify with. It's like there's some people, like, for example, for me, like, I think Chaos Space Marines are the coolest fucking thing. And for my friend Eric, he thinks Imperials are the coolest fucking thing. And for my friend Alec, he thinks that Dark Eldar are the coolest fucking things. So, like, the three of us, we have, like, different, Warhammer 40K armies and shit, and we played together before, like the tabletop game. And that's what makes good MMOs, is whenever you have those different races and those different types of gameplay that other people enjoy.
It was called Dark Millennium Online. You guys remember Dark Millennium Online? Anybody here? Raise your hands. Leave a comment down below. Anybody remember?
Those are the dinosaurs, right?
This game looked freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That is until it got canned due to THQ going bankrupt, and we have gotten no word on a new 40K MMO since this game died.
Sad.
Really, developers?
Genuinely sad.
Like Space Marines and Tech Priests.
Fuck yeah.
All manner of horror that exists within 40K, and nobody can come up with a good investment pitch for an MMO set within this universe, like on a planet that different factions and species are fighting over or something. I mean, come on, dude. Games Workshop. You just give away your IP to almost like any developer these days with a little bit of cash to spare. I mean,
there are so many Warhammer games out there, and as far as I know, pretty much every single one of them are garbage. And it's not that Games Workshop is doing it wrong. The problem is that there's no developer that's willing to take on the task. Because I think 40K, it's like, the problem is with the game, with a game like 40K, you would have to have a game that has like a development team that has like the same aspirations and the same level of scope to it as like Ashes of Creation with like 50 different systems, because you have like these giant fucking Star Destroyer things that make the Death Star look like a joke. And then you also have these planets where you have these smaller battles occurring as well. So like, how do you create a scope in 40K that makes sense when, what is it, like 10,000 or 20,000 psychers are sacrificed every single day to keep the God Emperor alive, and then simultaneously you have these small scale battles between Necrons and Chaos Space Marines. It's fucking insane. So that's the problem, I think, with the game, is like the scope of it is just so gigantic that they can't find a way to make the game work. It's Eve plus WoW, basically. Yeah, exactly. Like, because if you didn't have ship combat, the game would be garbage. And if you didn't have, on-ground combat, the game would be garbage. So it has to be everything good about Eve, plus everything good about WoW, plus probably more customization options. It would be huge.
Because of that, we the fans know that whenever a new Warhammer 40K game is coming out, it's either going to be hit or miss, okay? We're either going to get a Warhammer Space Marine, badass game, absolutely love it, go play it. Or we're going to get a Space Hulk Deathwing. Looks great, kind of booty, all right?
Yeah, these games suck. So many of them are really, really bad. Oh, wow. Damn, bruh.
We don't hold our breath on new Warhammer 40K releases, let's put it that way. But Games Workshop, if you just threw your cash at the right company, I'm not naming any names, I am sure a 40K MMO would do amazing. Just imagine this for 1 second. Okay. Everybody get ready. Here we go. You squad up with some friends. A strike team, man. You head off to a dungeon, which we'll call a mission. And your squad is tasked with clearing out a Tyranid nest near an Imperial Guard outpost. The tank is rocking a Thunderhammer and a Storm Shield, for example. The melee DPS is rocking the Lightning Claw. Ranged have bolters. Healer is a Psyker or an Apothecary. The MMO makes itself, dude. You go in, you complete the mission objective, you get new Space Marine gear upgrades like stronger weapons, reload speed, health. You got it. 40K even has this whole theme of delving into the forgotten age of old technology, so why not, as you do raids and these missions, you find some of this forgotten technology on this planet or whatever, and it makes you more powerful as a Space Marine squad or as an Apothecary, whatever the hell you're playing as. And speaking of raids, how about instead of your standard group up, full trash, kill boss, all that crap, what if raids were just massive wave survival games?
Well, like
where you were just Like, you're facing overwhelming enemies, and you're forced to stand shoulder and shoulder with the dudes.
Fuck,
and
that would be
ultimately
so
push forward
cool,
through these
man.
waves of enemies to the enemy
Oh
stronghold
my-
and kill the enemy leader. Like Gazcool, for example.
Yes, dude.
Damn it! Like that big green bastard.
Yeah.
Paint the inside nice and red.
Towns and cities would simply be homeworlds.
There could be homeworlds, and you could have like fucking ship battles, dude. Imagine having a raid boss that's like some giant fucking like cosmic eldritch horror, and you have to bring in ships, and you fight the fucking guy in the spaceships, and he's like the size of a fucking planet, man. And you're oh my god, it would be so fucking cool, dude. Holy fuck, it would be awesome. It's like, imagine an assault, like the WoW assaults, but instead of assaulting like a zone, you're assaulting like a whole fucking planet, man. And there's like hundreds of people there. There's like ships bombarding the surface of the planet. Oh my god, it would be so good, dude. Like, the potential for a Warhammer 40k game would completely blow any other game. In my opinion, it would blow any other fucking game out of the water. Like, if they made the perfect Warhammer 40k MMO, the perfect Warhammer 40k MMO has more potential than anything else. Like, it has more potential than like a Lord of the Rings MMO, more than a WoW MMO, more than a Final Fantasy MMO, because the scope of it is just so fucking massive. It's so brutal, and there's just so many different elements. Oh man, it would be fucking awesome. I'm getting so excited. And it's not even happening. I'm getting excited. Fuck.
Stations, chat channels, the likes. Dude, there's a lot of potential here. Come on, man. Or just have it all set on one planet, and all these factions are fighting over it because it contains the dark age of technology.
Yeah.
At least Warhammer Fantasy got an MMO back in 2008, but
Yeah,
I have a
there it is.
sneaking suspicion that game failed because
Wrath.
it was released within 1 month of Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. Like,
What are you thinking?
but either way, here, I just want 40k to get some love, okay? Is that too much to ask?
Fuck yeah.
All right,
dude.
moving on. In terms of what else should be an MMO, how about, are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Harry fucking Potter.
Look. All right. Here's the thing with Harry Potter, okay? Is that it's cool. Yeah, Harry Potter's nice. I'm not a huge fan of Harry Potter is great, but I'm not like really into it, you know? And I think the reason why I'm not into it is like all of these people that they were like so obsessed with it for a while, and it just got really cringe. And I think that's the reason, man. But like, yeah, I mean, Harry Potter is, I guess it's cool. Sure. Fan base, yeah, it's one of those things like, yeah, the fan base is cringe, but the actual content itself is cool. Yeah, sure, I get that.
I said it. That's right. Not the movies, per se. But like an MMO, like based in the world that Harry Potter is created.
Aren't they
in.
making one of these?
Like,
I'm
right?
pretty sure they are.
Like, come on. You get to create your own fledgling wizard. You would go and
I
learn
think
about the
they are.
fantastical world of
Izzy
magic.
told me about it. She's like a
Attend
big
your
fan of Harry
chosen
Potter.
classes. It'd be like school online. It's all the fun of going to school online.
That sucks.
You know, you get to be a member of one of the houses, or just whatever house is your favorite. I mean, I
Wow.
don't know. You team up with your fellow classmates. You go on these adventures all throughout like the
crazy.
dungeons of Hogwarts, the dungeons of other castles, or magical locations around the world or something. You're looking for magical artifacts. Like, these
Oh
would
my
serve the
God.
purpose of dungeons that are the norm in MMOs. Weekly events like Triwizard tournaments, Quidditch matches, winged horse races, even like chocolate frog eating contests. Dude, I don't know. Expand the game outside of Hogwarts. Get other schools involved. Make the game even more grand. The possibilities are endless. It's a world of magic, all right? The young people love Harry Potter. I'm a 28-year-old man, all right? And I still like Harry Potter. It's cool, you know? It's part of my childhood. And I would love...
I think Harry Potter's okay, right? I mean, I think the thing is, like, yeah, people roast Harry Potter, I think, a little bit too much. But I think that the reason for that is because of the fan base. Like, the fan base for Harry Potter is like really pretty cringe. And overall, I've watched all the movies. Like, you know, my parents took me to the movies whenever I was a kid, and they tried to get me to read the book. I said, fuck that. But I've seen every single Harry Potter movie, and I do think that, like, the long-term, like, the story is good. I think that it's a genuinely good story, although there are some people that like it a bit too much.
Love to play a Harry Potter MMO. How's it not an MMO? Come on, man. Harry Potter.
This, okay?
Like, there's potential here. I think so anyway, but whatever. Let's move on to some other franchises that should be MMOs.
Witcher.
Mass Effect.
What the
We
fuck?
have not seen like another sci-fi MMO in forever. We have EVE Online, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Like, that's it. The Mass Effect universe
Really?
would be an awesome MMO experience, taking place in a fictional version of the Milky Way towards the end of the 22nd century. People fell
What
in
the
love
fuck?
with this universe when it
I've
came
never
out, and
played
it is
one of these
still
games before.
One of the best sci-fi franchises
Yeah, I've
to
never
date.
played this.
At least the first and second game are.
Is
Not
this
that other
game
one.
good?
You know what I'm talking about.
It's a shooter
Anyway,
game? That's
you
okay.
can easily take the gameplay from the original titles and just turn it into an MMO-style
Cool.
system with ease. The loot, the character progression, it's already there. Exploration,
Yeah.
role-playing too. Like, who wouldn't want to smash some giant blue sexy alien women?
I feel like they have never done, like, nobody's come out with, like, a really, really big, that's, like, super good sci-fi MMO. Like, EVE Online is, like, really niche. Star Wars, I think, was also, like, not really, like, super crazy good. Star Citizen is never going to come out, and if it does, it costs $30,000 to play the game. Like Destiny, I don't even know it. Destiny isn't even really an MMO. It's just like a shooter game that you can do multiplayer on. WildStar literally is dead. It's like there's no game that they did that this worked for. And I don't know why. Like, I'm not sure why it is that, like, sci-fi, like, games don't really work. I think maybe it's because, like, space is just, like, by definition so big that it spaces everybody out, and it doesn't feel as much like an MMO. I don't know.
Like, come on, dude.
Hard for me to
Achievement
say.
points, yo. Come on. Group up with your friends. Go explore the newly discovered worlds. Maybe
StarCraft
set up your
MMO?
very own trade route. Play the game that way, or
Warhammer
just
would
go
be better.
full renegade pirate for life and, you know, be a person to raid these player-created trade routes. Join a faction. Get sent on rescue missions to save people, to take on rebel camps and strongholds.
That'd be
Create
cool.
and customize your own freaking spacecraft.
That's
and
what I
have
wanna
space
see.
battles with
Yeah.
space lasers in space. I feel like I'm saying space a lot, but it's Mass Effect, yo. It's like in space. It's a BioWare.
That's true.
Please. Stop making these remastered, released, legendary, ultra swag.
Wait, so are they doing? Oh, so they removed her. They removed the ass shot. Is that right? I wonder, like, how many people that play the games care about that versus people that are on Twitter that don't play the games that care about that. Because I feel like almost every time that I see something like this and there's, like, an outrage about this, it's always people that are not actually fans of the game, or there's a handful of people that don't like it, but the majority of people, they do like it. And it's just really sad whenever you see games that, you know, they change design and they change direction because of a handful of people who get off on getting upset. It's very disappointing to see that.
Chicken shit bullshit Mass Effect things.
Yeah.
Make the damn game into something bigger. Mass Effect should be a massive MMO.
There's a more reason why
Okay.
your ass is so big.
All right, listen, I got a lot of ideas when it comes to MMOs, and this is going to be a long-ass video if we talk about every other franchise, but
Okay.
I'm just going to go down the list, okay? Are you ready for this? Here we go.
Okay.
Star Trek. Come on, dude.
Yep.
Star Wars gets one.
Good.
Why don't we have one for the Trekkies out there? Now, granted, there was a Star Trek Online back in the day, but it was kind of booty, so that one doesn't count.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Pokemon, bruh. Nintendo, you're already halfway there.
Yeah.
All right. Your
Pokemon's
newer
a good
titles,
point, yeah.
you got the full 3D camera and such.
I always wanted a game like this.
Like Pokemon is a game
Yeah.
that begs to be an MMO. Like it should have been an
Uh-huh.
MMO forever ago. Like, come on, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. Why the hell not? Who doesn't like Dragon Ball Z? All right. If you don't like Dragon Ball Z, leave a comment down below and say I don't like Dragon Ball Z.
I feel like the power levels in Dragon Ball Z are too ridiculous. I think that the story is very, like, there's like one dimension. Like, I think that Dragon Ball Z MMO would be garbage. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I think it would be completely fucking garbage.
single person's gonna leave that comment. Okay, Dragon Ball Z is freaking great. Xenoverse doesn't count, by the way. Dragon Ball Z MMO, be neat. The Witcher, again.
Yeah.
This is a damn
Yeah.
given. Hunting monsters, alchemy, smashing puss. Sign me up, dude. The Witcher. Jade Empire. You know what?
What the hell is this?
If you know what this game is,
the fuck is
you
this?
are peak nerd, and you have my respect.
I don't know what the hell that is.
A Kung Fu style MMO? Hell yeah,
what
dude.
the fuck?
Fury doesn't count, by the way. Yeah. Remake Warhammer Online. We talked about Warhammer
Yes.
40K a moment
It
ago.
has
We
to be
talked about
Warhammer
Warhammer
40K.
Online, dude. This game was actually pretty good. It was fun, and I wish it
Jesus.
didn't fail like it did. And honestly, if it was released now with updated graphics, you know, systems and stuff, it probably would do pretty well. So remake Warhammer Online, because why not? Zoids.
What?
Maddie forced me to talk about this one on the script. He wanted me to add this one.
What the
Zoids. Remember that
fuck is
show
that?
on Cartoon? Remember that show on Cartoon Network with the battle bots or whatever? Like, why not, dude? Big old
If they're
custom.
gonna make any, you know what they should make into an MMO? Aqua Teen Hunger Force. They could make that into an MMO. It would be like a completely non-combat MMO. There's like no real fighting in it, and all you really do is you just build your house, and you can't buy anything really for the house except for like a garbage bag or like an old sofa or something like that. And all you really do is you can invite people over to your house and you can smoke weed and watch TV with them in the game. Like, that's basically what it would be. I think Aqua Teen Hunger Force MMO would be great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, like The Sims? Yeah, except for it would be good. Exactly. Yeah, it would be fucking good.
Mechs and single or tag team style PvP, man. When your actual character, you know, you can like run around cities and interact with people and then get in your big old Zoid and like kick people's asses. Like, come on, dude. Like, I haven't thought about Zoids in a long time.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Vampire the Masquerade. Join a
Oh,
vampire
they're
faction.
making a new one of
Battle
these.
it out with the enemy to gain control over a big ass city. Yeah.
I think vampires are cringe, man. Like, vampire girls are hot, right? I mean, 100%. Like, that's the only good thing about vampire movies is they usually have really hot girls that play the vampires. But other than that, it's just, it's so Venthyr. That's the aesthetic, right? It's the aesthetic. And like, also, like, it's because it's black and red. If something else is black and red, I would have gone with that too. It's totally fucking different. But yeah, like, in general, I think a lot of the vampire games are super dumb. I do. I think they're super dumb.
You want to know why I'm making this video? You honestly want to know why I'm making this? Why I'm throwing out all these ideas?
Why are you doing
Because the MMO market has been really dead lately. Like, it's almost like there's no, like, passion for it anymore. Like, sure, you know, we've got some, you know, MMOs on the horizon, like New World and Ashes of Creation, but, like, the MMORPG community just doesn't have the energy that it used to, and I'd love to see.
Yeah, because everybody now is over 30 and their testosterone levels are going down, and they're listening to those commercials on the radio, and it's like, hey guys, hey fellas, you know, we know you're getting older, and you know, you might have to go down to Bill's Men Clinic and, you know, get some T replacers and get that thunder back in the bedroom, huh, champ? Well, give us a call, you know? And, like, the thing is, every time that I fucking see, like, I listen to these all the goddamn time whenever I'm driving around, and I hear these constantly. It's because, listen, here's the reason why MMO players are fucking, why they're demoralized, okay? Is that we've spent the past 10 years being slowly eaten away. You have to understand this. Like, imagine like an MMO player. Like, this is an MMO player in, like, you know, Ultima Online or in, let's say, World of Warcraft or something like that, like Vanilla WoW. And then slowly they just eat away at you, and it's like they take more bites out of your cookie. More and more bites out of your cookie. And it's like, oh, well, you know, you have to buy an expansion, and oh, it's a sub fee, and oh, well, it's only a mount, it doesn't affect gameplay, and oh, well, it's just a boost. There's a lot of people that are okay with it. And oh, if it's a store pet, that's okay too. And okay, well, you're gonna get, oh, for the classic game, yeah, there's gonna be a boost for that too. There's a store mount for the boost too. And then somehow at the end of it, you're not left there with a cookie anymore. It's just a crumb. And that's where we're at. We're crumbs now. It's sad. The entire enthusiasm for the MMO genre is at an all-time low, and it's just disappointing, man. It's fucking disappointing. Now, we've got so many great MMOs coming out, but the reason why is that it's that every MMO that they have now has these cash shops. They have these things that just take you away from the experience that you have in a game. Like, we're probably never going to get a game again like World of Warcraft Classic, where you buy the game or you pay for the game on like a monthly recurring basis, and that's the only thing that you can do with money to advance yourself that's at least within the TOS, right? You got people buy gold, but you're not supposed to do that. So that's what's so sad about it, is that like nowadays MMOs have like all of these like pay structures, and there's like all of these reward structures that you can use money to bypass, and all of this other weird stuff. And I think that's actually a big reason why people are, they're demoralized with MMOs, because these kinds of things happen all the time. Capitalism ruined MMO. I don't think it's really that. It's more that like people just, the encroaching like lack of integrity, I guess, to a certain degree, and the focus on just trying to create things that come at the expense of what you want your game to be. It's like things that take you out of the immersion of the game. Whenever you see, like, for example, somebody on a store mount, it reminds you that you're playing a game that's not like completely real in a way. And like, I think that's one of the things. Like, every single time I see somebody on like a store mount, I see somebody with an item that you're able to obtain in the store, the first thing I think of is that, oh, well, he bought that on the store. And like, just thinking about that gives you the mindset that you're not just playing the game, you're also paying for the game. And it's not just the rewards that you're obtaining, it's the things that you buy. And you don't have that disconnect, and you don't have that separation between the game world and the real world. I think a lot of people play MMOs. This is kind of going on for a while, right? A lot of people play MMOs because they want to get away from the world that they're in, right? They want to get away from the real world. And having these things, like, you know, you got the spectral, the horse right there as an example. You have these things there, and you see them, and it's like, oh, well, that reminds you that this person spent real money on the game. It always makes it to where you can't really disconnect in that same way, because you're constantly focusing on that. You're constantly seeing it. Sub-based games shouldn't have in-game stores and expansion prices. I don't think I mean, I agree, okay? The thing is, like, I don't want to have an argument about capitalism versus not capitalism. There's very clearly, like, they made games like this. Like, World of Warcraft Classic did not have this. Neither did Burning Crusade, and that was made under capitalism too. I think what it really is like, you can argue with me all day you want about capitalism or whatever the fuck you have a problem with, but the reality is that it is a lack of... It's a lack of commitment to a vision. It's a lack of a commitment to a certain degree of integrity. And I think that also a lot of these game developers, the reality is that not everybody can make a game. Not everybody can afford a game. So they have these publishing companies and these larger studios that pick them up, and they have them make games, and they basically force these things into the game to make as much money as possible. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, let me go ahead and look at the rest of the video.
A new franchise come along, a new big franchise be turned into an MMO that really shakes things up and adds a lot of color to our community. I think that would be great. And I think that it's cool, you know, when we, the community, the MMO fans, come up with little ideas for potential MMOs in the future, because I love this game genre. What about you? Is there a franchise that you would really enjoy seeing turned into an MMO? Would you play it?
What do you guys think?
What about my ideas? Do you agree with them? You think they're stupid? Think they're wrong? All right, now if you've made it this far into the video, just type "Purge the Heretic" in the comment section below. Drop a like if you
what
liked
would you guys
it.
want to see?
Subscribe for more. All that good
Diablo
stuff.
MMO?
We're gonna make more videos about more MMOs. We here at World of Nixxiom wish you all a very fantastic day.
Thank you.
We'll see you all again.
Thank you so much.
Real soon.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate that. That was a really great video, and honestly, man, that video hyped me up so much for a game that didn't even come out. Like, the fact that, like, we're talking about a fucking Warhammer 40k MMO, holy fuck, that would be badass. It would be so fucking good, man.